Hi there, Evan here at the Macro for Friday, February 7th, 2020, where that future starts today. In this video, we're going to discuss the Canada and US jobs reports for January. Let's go. Now keep in mind, I'm not going to approach these job numbers how the mainstream media does. Oh, it was up X amount, month over month. The jobs market is doing great. That's not how I'm going to do it. I'm going to break it down here further and show the key statistics within these jobs reports, which gives me and you guys the overall underlying trend. That's how I'm going to approach it. So keep it in mind. First, we're going to dive into the US jobs report. Before I do, all these stats are from Eric Basmajian over at APB Macro. Here's his Twitter account on screen. Y'all should go follow him. He gets the Macro seal of approval. The first chart I'm going to put on screen here is the year-over-year rate of change in US non-farm payrolls. The black line is pre-revision, the blue line is post-revision. And as you can see, from the early part of 2018, every single jobs report since then has been revised down. And the black line pre-revised in the year-over-year rate of change is just catching up to what all the jobs reports beforehand post-revision have been telling us for the past 2 years. And look at the year-over-year rate of change on the pre-revision side for a second. When did bond yields peak in the US? Ironically enough, it was right around the same time, which in fact was November of 2018. So it looks like the bond market and the yield curve got it exactly right again. And that was the context for my tweet on Macro Media this morning, where I subtweeted Eric about the year-over-year rate of change in non-farm payrolls. And as for the yield curve, here's my next chart. It's the year-over-year rate of change, non-seasonally adjusted, in continuing jobless claims. And every week, bar a few, since September, it's been trending up year-over-year. And look at the trend in the chart. Higher low and higher high, and looking like it's going to break higher. That trend hasn't changed. And funny enough, a few months before that is when the key yield curves inverted in the US. So again, it looks like the yield curve has got it exactly right. That's all I'm going to say on the US. Now, we're going to transition over to Canada. I know the month-over-month number, seasonally adjusted, showed it was up, and the unemployment rate ticked down 1/10 to 5.5% from 5.6% in December. But remember, I've told y'all to watch unemployment like a hawk. And 5.5% is still above the low of 5.4% that was set in the second quarter of 2019. And I've told y'all, in the next couple of months, you're going to start seeing headlines come out about unemployment in Canada being up year over year. So keep that in mind. But have a look at the underlying trends. Total hours worked. Year-over-year growth is still weak, which implies total wage growth, aka paycheck growth, is still weak year-over-year also. And the 25 to 54 cohort, your prime years, that stopped growing in the third quarter of 2019, has been flat ever since. Not a good sign, and again shows a weak underlying trend. And the fastest growing cohort in Canada? 55 plus. Man, that shows a strong underlying trend, doesn't it? As a side note here before I go, for those of you Toronto and Vancouver condo investors out there, the 25 to 54 cohort is your first time home buyer, is the one who will also rent out your condo, so take that for what you will. That's all I'm going to say. Smash that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, follow both my accounts on Twitter, and as always, my name is Evan. This is the Macro, where the future starts today.